If you've ever said, I can't be consistent, I'm not a disciplined person, and I can't do it, then this video is exactly for you. Because consistency is not only about motivation, willpower, getting up in the morning, and doing something. Consistency can be more of your identity trait, and that is exactly where most people go wrong because not a lot of people talk about it. So today I'll show you how to fix all of that and finally be consistent, and trust me, these 7 steps will work for you. Hi, I'm Gia. I'm a holistic wellness nutritionist and a subconscious reprogramming coach, and today I'm going to give you 7 steps to be consistent. So let's get right into it. I want you to get a paper or a pen or your iPad, your laptop, anything. I want you to take notes because this video will be your life changing video. Step 1 is stop trying to be consistent with the wrong identity. Because you're not failing because of the goal, you're failing because of the identity behind it, the kind of person that you are. You can't try to be consistent from an inconsistent point of view, from an inconsistent subconscious mind. If your subconscious brain actually believes in the fact that you can't do anything consistently, that you're not disciplined at all, then you will not be able to be consistent. So I want you to start rewiring your brain. Start visualizing that identity of yours, the future self of yours, who is consistent, who is disciplined in every single thing. I want you to start visualizing that thing and visualize it with a lot of emotion and intensity, because these two things make your visualization super powerful. For example, one affirmation or one visualization is, I am becoming the kind of person who shows up for herself every single day. Now, if I wanted to be consistent, I will keep writing it down daily. I will start visualizing it daily, and I will train my brain to think from the point of view of that future version of myself who is already consistent. And if your brain is thinking that, that means a few days later you're gonna start being that as well. So write it down, visualize it, affirm it, and anchor that identity. Start being that identity. So when you shift into this new identity of yours, who is consistent in everything, who's disciplined, that is when you will start to be consistent. I bet no one told you about this one point. Step 2 is regulate before you discipline. Laziness and inconsistency majorly comes from a dysregulated nervous system, because your nervous system is so stuck in your freeze response that it does not know how to be consistent with your daily tasks, even if it is drinking 8 glasses of water. Your nervous system controls your behavior more than your logic does. So if you're stuck in this freeze mode where you don't feel like getting up, where you don't feel like doing anything, then no planner, no calendar, no productivity journals will help you. With nervous system regulation, first, you will create safety in your body. Your body should feel safe to change. This is something that I talked about in my last video, so you need to go check it out. So when you start creating safety in your body will stop rejecting these new healthy patterns, that is being consistent and disciplined. How to do that? Number 1 activity is breath work. Focus on breath work. Search breath work on YouTube channels and you'll find a lot of people teaching you that the right way. Second is grounding, which is walking barefoot on the grass or on water in nature basically. And third is sun exposure in the morning. Make sure that you're sitting for at least 20 minutes in the sun without sunscreen, without sunglasses. You will start to feel more regulated, more safe. And fourth step is a bonus step. Start practicing 4-7-8 breath work technique before doing any task, before stepping your foot on the ground after waking up, and before basically starting any task. This will help you create safety in your body. Step 3 is rewiring your consistency wound. Most people are inconsistent because there's some kind of trauma, emotional trauma, or some kind of negative situation tied to failure or shame. And because of this emotional fear or emotional trauma, your subconscious mind and nervous system associate showing up, associate being consistent and disciplined with pressure and fear. So basically, whenever you try to do something new, whenever you try to be consistent, whenever you try to get back to your disciplined behavior, your body takes it as a pressure and then turns it into a fear. So there's just one solution for this. I want you to start journaling more. Start asking yourself, why are you like this? Start journaling about the fact that what wound or what emotional situation caused you to be inconsistent in the first place. Get to the depth of these questions and answers, and you will get that one answer which will open up your mind and make you understand why is this happening with you. Step number 4 is feed your brain what it needs to stay on track. A lot of times you would see vitamin D deficiency vitamin B12 deficiency, magnesium deficiency, omega 3 deficiency, healthy fats deficiency in people who are not able to be consistent, who have brain fog, who are not able to focus on anything. That is because your brain genuinely needs nutrients to start focusing well. Now, if you have so many nutrient deficiencies, or if your brain doesn't get the proper kind of nutrition, of course it won't be performing well. There are three things that I want you to do. So number one, I want you to make sure that you're having enough healthy fats. All kinds of nuts, seeds, ghee, avocado, eggs, fish, all of these things have amazing sources of fats. Number two, I want you to optimize all of your meals in this manner: more protein, more fiber, more healthy fats, and very less carbs. Now, I don't hate carbs at all, but the first three food groups are much more better for you. When you're having carbs, make sure that you're having more of whole grains. And third, make sure that you're having your meals on regular timings, no skipping meals, no starving yourself, because that will lead to a blood sugar spike, which we don't need, and neither does your brain. Step 5, design a nervous system friendly routine. You don't need to stress out about being consistent at all. Listen to your body, listen to what your nervous system is trying to tell you. What kind of energy are you aligned to today, and then build a routine out of it. Your routine should not feel like a punishment. It should genuinely feel like a rhythm based routine. So make sure that you do these three non-negotiable things: one activity for your mind, one activity for your body, and one for your energy. For example, journaling, movement, and sitting in the sunlight. Block your day with time zones and do not exceed that. If you're not able to finish one task in one time block, then let it be. Do it tomorrow. But do not fill up your entire calendar with a lot of tasks that you won't be able to complete. Make it realistic and listen to your body, listen to your mind, your heart before making a routine. Step number 6 is a harsh truth. Make consistency boring, because that is the point. Viral morning routines, evening routines, waking up at 5 a.m., 4 a.m., starting your work, that is not the entire goal and the point. The goal is to be sustainable. The goal is to continue being consistent. And being consistent is boring and repetitive. So that's what you're supposed to do. And once your brain starts feeling more safe in this routine, that's when it will not go back to being inconsistent. I want you to remove the dopamine spike from planning and shift it to executing things. Literally, this is the harsh truth. To be consistent, you have got to start. Just start. Even if it is doing the most littlest thing. Even if it is just picking up a glass and having water, you have to do it. And the 7th step is a bonus step. Change your environment and people, because your environment and the people around you are the biggest trigger for being inconsistent. For example, you are going out to a party and you are on this health journey. All of your friends are drinking alcoholic drinks and you are not. You're having some kind of lime soda. That is the exact point where you are supposed to say no to them so that your health journey isn't ruined. That is the exact kind of people and environment that I am talking about. I want you to audit your phone, your room, your laptop, the people around you, your desk, your wardrobe, every single thing. This is what comes in your environment, and that is what you're supposed to audit and clean. And one last micro bonus step: every Sunday, keep at least 2 hours as digital detox and start cleaning your room, your phone, your laptop, and every single thing. This will genuinely go the long way and it will help you. So consistency isn't really something that you force, it's who you become. Change your identity, make your subconscious and your nervous system feel safe and active. Shift into that identity of yours who is consistent. Make consistency boring. Remove the things from your environment and your life which are not useful, which are not contributing in your journey, in your upgrade journey. And most importantly, please don't try to be perfect, because imperfection will lead you to being consistent. Do not aim for the perfect routine, the perfect morning routine, the perfect anything. Imperfection will literally lead you to being consistent. So I want you to follow all of these 7 steps to being consistent. And if this video helped you, then I want you to drop a yes in the comments and tell me which video would you like to see next. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.